What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to go over the trades that we took today inside the Discord, as well as the game plan going into tomorrow. So today was a bit of a slower day. There wasn't too much going on when it came to trades. So off of open, this is what we ended up looking like. We knew that going into today, the market was still bearish because of this 30-minute chart right here. We were across, 10's above the 50, and I told you guys pretty much there's two ways that this is going to end up playing out. We're going to come down to the 50, hold the 50, bounce, and continue lower, or we're gonna come down to 50, break below 50, cross negative, and head higher. So obviously the second one ended up happening. We ended up trending up pretty much the entire day, and I'm gonna go over the trades that we ended up taking. So when it comes to the 0DT chart, pretty much the call side had something going on throughout the whole day on it. So right in here, you can see off of open, we ended up opening below the 10, the 50 down here. We were getting this cross. This 10 was going above the 50. I tried to play this multiple times. It was just super choppy, and I ended up just taking, I think, 2 small losses on the call cross, and then I tried one negative cross. So we ended up taking 3 losses on this today. All of them, like one of them was break even. The other one was probably like 5 points, and then I took probably like a 10 point loss or 10-15 point loss on the negative cross, which you can see we never actually crossed negative, but it looked really good. And I'm gonna show you guys what it looked like, because in real time it did look like we were gonna get the negative cross, and then also we were sitting right on the 30-minute 50. So that is a good trade opportunity that, if we got it, I wanted to be in the trade, because if we were gonna cross negative here, that would have confirmed we're gonna bounce off the 30-minute 50 and see it move higher. So let's see here. I'm gonna try to find what we looked like. But yeah, I mean, I liked how it was looking, but unfortunately, it was very choppy action. They slammed price right back up after this picture here. This is what it looked like. You can see this is what it ended up looking like. I mean, the 10 crossing below the 50 here, 50's turning down. It looked really good at the start of the candle, and obviously as the candle ended up propping up more, the 10 kind of started pushing away from the 50 a little bit. That's what I get for jumping the gun early. I only had starters in this position, so that's what I tend to do. If we're not actually, crossing on the 0DT chart, either positive or negative, then I always grab some starters and then average up more as we start to cross on the actual SMAs. But that's what it looked like. It looked really good. And then if we pull up, I'm gonna try to find the 30-minute chart, but I don't know if I have a screenshot of what it ended up looking like. 30-minute chart was holding the 50 pretty well, and then obviously once this chart ended up reclaiming the 10 SMA, we just ended up ripping. And at like 12 o'clock around there, this is when I'm like, okay, this is probably just gonna rip the entire day, and it did. I mean, look at this 30-minute chart. In real time, you can see 10 SMAs pointed down super hard. 50's already turning down. I mean, we're pretty far from the 50 already. We're at 288. 50's at like $4. I mean, the chances of this propping back up, very unlikely, and we just ended up trending higher from here pretty much the rest of the day. And there really wasn't any other trade opportunities, because we were still right around the 50 SMA when we got this reclaim of the 10, the 50 right here, and there was a big gap between where price was and the SMAs, so your risk really wasn't that good taking this. But obviously, if you did take that, you would have gotten paid. Not the best trade in the world. Still, we're hovering at that 30-minute 50, and the rest of the day, you can see we just ended up trending higher and higher. Big dump end of the day, and that actually put us at a pretty interesting spot going into tomorrow, because we're right back at the 30-minute 50. So if we pull up the 30-minute here, you can see right back at this 50 SMA, we crossed negative, and then last 30 minutes, we end up dumping a lot right into the key resistance here on the puts. So tomorrow, if we somehow gap down, it's possible that we go back bearish. But again, we're gonna have to clear that resistance area. I mean, this 1 hour chart doesn't look the best either. It's starting to cross negative, but again, a gap down could change everything. So pretty much at the open tomorrow, it'll be a lot easier to tell what direction we're gonna go. If this 1 hour goes negative and we don't get really much of a gap down, then I'd imagine we're just gonna trend higher. And the trade opportunities for tomorrow, very simple. I mean, you're going to want to watch this 30-minute chart. I always say this, the 30-minute chart is very important when it comes to trading the 0DT crosses, because it tells you what trades you want to be taking. Like today, after right at open, it tells me, okay, I want to be taking trades to the downside. And the reason I did take a stab at that 0DT call cross was, one, I mean, the 2 hour ended up rejecting so hard, and it sloped down quite a bit. And then also at the time, this 50 SMA looked like it was starting to turn down a little bit during one of the candles. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is actually not going to hold, and we didn't end up holding. And eventually that cross ended up working, but it was just very, very sloppy. But yeah, so tomorrow we are neutral right now, so that pretty much means the cross on either side is going to work. If this chart crosses back on the puts, 10 goes above the 50 on the puts, then your focus is going to be on the downside, and you're only going to want to take trades to the downside. So like a 0DT put cross, 10 SMA reclaim on puts, negative cross on calls. That negative cross on calls probably won't happen if we get a 30-minute cross tomorrow. But those are all your trade opportunities when it comes to playing the downside. And then for the upside tomorrow, same thing, 0DT call cross, 10 SMA reclaim on calls. Even the negative cross on puts would work. So pretty much all trades are on the table tomorrow. Since we are neutral, you just have to watch this 30-minute to see if we're actually gonna go on cross on the 30, or it's just gonna reject here and we're gonna head higher on SPY. So that's pretty much all the trade opportunities. I ended up trying AMD today for a options play here. I ended up taking a loss. I should have just waited first 30 minutes, but I gave it a go. I was up like 25-30% at one point. Ended up giving it back. I always look for like at least 45-50% before I take any profits off the table, but this is what AMD looked like on the put side. Market was bearish still, so I'm like, okay, this is actually a pretty good setup. We're just getting this cross here on the 30-minute, and you can see how volatile this opening candle was. So I got in this on these contracts. I'm only going on the 5-minute just to show you what the price looked like when I entered. I think they were right around like 11 to 11.20 when I entered. And then once we came back down to the 50 on the 30 here, and we couldn't, really get back above, I got out. I didn't hold for this whole move down, obviously, to 748. I got out when the contracts were sitting around, I think, like 950 to 10.00. So I think I got out for like a 25% loss, so it wasn't anything crazy. But this would have been a banger trade if it ended up playing out. I just liked how the 30-minute looked. I mean, it was just starting to cross, just didn't end up playing out. First 30 minutes was pretty volatile. It did have earnings too, so it wasn't the best trade in the world to take. But yeah, that's one of the individual names we ended up taking. And then I ended up closing the rest of my SPY puts out today. I ended up swinging them from what day was it? Monday, I believe. We ended up taking a swing in the SPY shorts, and I trimmed a good chunk, obviously, on the move down we had yesterday, and then I just had a runner going into today. And I actually added at the 30-minute 50 just because it was way above my entry point. So I'm like, okay, if we're sitting at this major support, might as well add some more into this as long as this 50 holds. And once we started crossing the calls, I ended up getting out of my other position, and my added position, and my entire position actually, just because I'm like, okay, if calls cross, this is probably not gonna hold the 50. So that was pretty much break even when I ended up closing it. It really wasn't much of a loss when it came to those ads, and then I still think we were in profit by like, I don't even know, 50, maybe like 40% when I ended up closing those out. But yeah, I mean, really good trade. I think that was everything we ended up taking today. I have a swing that I added today. Who knows when it's going to play out? It's for December, so I'll go over that when that ends up wrapping up and when we either get stopped or take a W on it. But I'm trying to think of another chart. Yeah, so I'm still in this one, TTD. I've been holding this for quite a bit, pretty much since last Friday, I believe, and it's just a slow mover. We were up, obviously, I think, we were, 4 or 5 today, right off of open, or that was actually a close yesterday. I think I was up like 55% maybe on this. Ended up adding this all the way down here. It's just a slow mover. I mean, this isn't much movement on these contracts. I had the 45 puts for Friday. I already trimmed like half my position, so if it wants to continue to go lower, that'd be great, and we could get some more trims off. But I mean, this chart just looks very weird because of how slow and how small these candles are. And I just realized this 4 out of 50 appeared, which is interesting. Maybe you'll curl up and send us lower, but still have this going into tomorrow. Hopefully we could move lower on this. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all we did today. That's game plan for tomorrow. I'd say I'm bullish on SPY as long as we stay below the 30-minute 50, and bearish if we cross. So I'm going to be looking for, I'm not positioned for any swing on SPY. I'm just going to play what I see, and the 0DT chart will tell me what direction we're going tomorrow. So that's all I got. If you guys enjoyed, drop a sub. If you guys want to learn, join our Discord down below. But yeah, I'm out. Peace.